Hey guys, welcome to Nerdarchy for Nerds by Nerds. I'm Ted, hanging out with
Dave.
And we have today another GM 911 from Matthew Deisner. My apologies if I pronounced that incorrectly.
What are the chances?
Brief premises: he's got a cleric who doesn't know what deity they worship. They're a cleric of knowledge, and he wants to have the god of lies be manipulating this character along the character's story arc. And he wants to know what kind of hints should he put in there so the character can slowly come to terms to realize that while she thinks she's worshiping the god of lies, it's really not.
Before we get on with that, if you guys would like to send us your own GM 911s, you can do that by going to nerdarchy.com to the forums, to the GM 911 section, or you can send them to nerdarchy@gmail.com and just put GM 911 in the subject line. And this is for a problem going on in your game right now.
So, this is a very long story arc, by the way I'm interpreting it. So what kind of subtle hints and clues?
And foreshadowing, yeah. He also mentions about there being this group of hermit dragonborn that the character is connected to, and apparently they claim to have summoned the power to of this divine being to come to this character, and that's why they're kind of a cleric now, or why they're a priest. So one of the things you could do is be like, well, they didn't actually summon it, but the god of lies is tricking them, right? So so they now think they have an ability that they don't really have. So you could have that ability not happen. You could have it fail. You could have them try and do something with their magical, divine granted powers, right? And it doesn't work for some reason. Like that could be like the beginnings of your foreshadowing. The other thing is to basically slowly but surely have the character try and do more questionable acts, so that maybe they'll think twice, be like, well, this doesn't seem right. Like, this isn't in alignment with who I am and what kind of person I am.
Right.
And then also, like, it's a deity of knowledge, so that the domain in themselves kind of speak to the personality of the deity as well.
Right.
So if the character is being asked to do things that seem to be against those tenets, that would be another clue.
And if they actually are crossing those lines because they think, well, this is what my deity wants, like, what happens if the next time they cast a spell it just doesn't work?
Well, it could be like, the divine, intervention in a sense, and that you're going against the will of the being that's been granting you power all this time. So now, like, it's starting to not answer your prayers.
Right.
You could do that, or
I was saying, like, as a like, depending upon which how close or how much they're willing to cross the line, there's an answer for both sides. If they are willing to cross the line because they think they're doing what the deity wants, and it's not. So,
but couldn't it technically, the god of lies, just kind of like give the power, like in essence, like if they are actually a god, or what about, instead of like just saying like cutting off the faucet and like you have no power type deal, you could go with they start getting premonitions and omens and having nightmares of things. And maybe the portents are beginning to be revealed in these dreams. Like, I wouldn't just go out and say it, but you could definitely foreshadow and give them things that they have to think about and piece together themselves. Or you could maybe, if these dragonborn NPCs are still in it, maybe they're having the dreams and they're having the portents. Or maybe one of them is struck with madness or something, because they're conflicted by these powerful spiritual beings, kind of like warring over their charge.
Along the same lines, you could have another group of NPCs possibly that are in line with whatever deity that she's actually worshiping, that like are constantly vying for her attention, trying to get her to do something, and like she doesn't want to see it, and the more it happens, like maybe she then comes to terms.
Oh yeah, they could show up with myrrh and stuff, and
Well, I wasn't trying to think that it was like, you know, that it was, you know, presenting her gifts, but basically they're
I kid.
they're
No, what
trying
I'm
to
saying
get,
is
trying
like,
to get her to do their quest, because you know they see her as the faithful, whether she sees it or not.
well, yeah, along those lines, you know. And sure, I was just making a joke, a biblical joke, but you know, the deity may have actually sent them to her as a way of to intercede on the deity's behalf, and by being exposed to these NPCs, she could actually witness how the religion is really done, and maybe it would reveal something of the actual true nature of the religion as well to her.
Right.
Like this could be an aha moment, and then in that aha moment, you know, she would see how the true faithful actually act and be like, oh well, I've been getting these mixed messages that are, you know, against this.
So, what do you guys think? How would you handle this in your game? Put your comments down below. While you're at it, like, share, even subscribe.
You can check us out at Facebook.
So until next time, stay nerdy.